Hey guys, here we go again. This thing's back in the garage, back up off the ground. I'm gonna have to crawl around underneath it. Been having a couple problems with the lights that I installed underneath the doors there, the running lights. They worked great for a little while, and now I don't know if it's got to do with how I have them wired up. I know it's not the actual wiring, because that stuff's like 100%. I know there's no issues with that whatsoever right now. Obviously, because I did it and I know where all the connections and everything are. But the lights themselves, if the truck is actually running, they flash and flicker. So they worked great when I put them on. I didn't have any issues. You turn the running lights on. The front lit up, the sides lit up. You hit the left turn signal. You know, you got the turn signal action on the left-hand side, same on the right. No issues whatsoever. Start driving to Michigan and noticed once we got there that they were actually flickering underneath the truck. I don't know if that's got something to do with the lighting situation on this thing, if there needs to be, some kind of relay or something in between where it's wired up to prevent it from doing that. But these are not the LED headlights, but those are LED lights. So I don't know. But anyways, I got better stuff. We're actually going to put LEDs on the front, up both sides, and then across the back. Actually, they'll most likely be purple most of the time because that's her favorite color. But I got a different setup this go around. Sometimes you want to change the colors while you're driving down the road. So hers actually came with, I made sure I got one with the remote. So I doubt that she'll play with this. It'll probably just be setting the color up for her. And I don't even know if she'll turn this stuff on most of the time, but we'll get that installed, and then she'll have a remote, so she doesn't have to worry about having an app installed on her phone. I also got some backlit LEDs for the grill, so they'll go back behind the grill and light up behind the grill. And these are full function LEDs, so you got all the colors. It does have true white, so you can do white, red, green, and blue, and they actually light up white, so it's got an extra white LED in it. It's not the three colors trying to make white. Same thing with the stuff in the grill. It'll light up the same way. And while I got it in here, I'm going to do the oil change. I got some Canon air filters for it, so I'll get that changed out, and we'll go from there. But right now, we are going to start tearing this thing apart. And I'm going to run kind of a time lapse here of us pulling this thing apart. So stand by. All right, what's up, guys? Just a quick overview here. So I got this all installed. You kind of seeing the wires pulled up to the battery because I'm testing out the lights right now. This is where we'll pick everything up from here. This stuff's all locked down, fits underneath the hood. Just ran that around, got it hooked up to the battery here, and the grounds here. And again, I left enough room here so I can get into this fuse box if need be. Or get into this fuse box, so it'll still come up and come off and give me enough room to move it. So these alligator clips are just kind of running down here right now because I was testing the wires. I got the back one on underneath the back and the front one on. Obviously it's not hooked up to the gang switch yet, but I got that ran through the cab here, or into the cab I should say, and the plug's right there. So here's a switch box. This is all hooked up. I just don't have, hopefully that camera just turned on you guys, or hopefully it didn't just turn, because that's going to mess everything up. There we go. I think it turned for a minute. So that's hooked up there. Here's the switches. They all light up. You hit the switch, it changes the color. I don't know if you guys can hear that relay or not, but that's all taken care of. The lights aren't actually hooked up to that yet because I'm still running all the wiring. And as usual, with like anything that I do, when I got all this wire laid out underneath the truck, I figured out real fast that the length of the wire running in between the lights wasn't long enough. And this is all hardwired. So there's no disconnection point or anything. So I've been trying to snake all these lights and wires through this. I ended up just cutting it. You can kind of see some leftover laying on the floor there. Kind of tapped in my own harness. And I got the back one and the side one done right now. I'm pooped. My back's killing me from laying on that thing, rolling around underneath the truck. And I'm done for the day. So I'm going to pick back up on this in the morning time. I just wanted to make sure where I split that, where I had to cut that harness and add in the length. And I'm hoping I don't have to do that now. I think I'm going to have plenty enough here. Again, this is like a goofy ass connection. I really don't understand it. Why, I mean, literally to move this stuff all around and like kind of run the wires so they're hidden, everything is like put together. I mean, that's the kit that I bought, but this wire is going to come up, you know, underneath here. It'll run up those dealios there, through here, and the control box will plug in there, and this will drop down and run to the front. So I think I should be good. I shouldn't have to cut any more of this, and I should be able to get this wrapped up pretty quick in the morning. The hard parts, all the hard parts done, and then I can slap the grill back in and get that wired up. So all in all, she's looking good. So far, she is filthy, and it's snowing again outside. So yeah, I still got to do the oil change and stuff too, but that ain't no big deal. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. We'll see you all in the morning when I get back at it. The lights on the grill, I got them tested. So here's the LEDs. I still got to tie up some of this wire here, but you got 2 on the bottom and then 2 up top here that you can barely see. You can kind of see that. Can I get this up there? Let me see if I can bend this back. There they go. So 2 up top, 2 on the bottom. You can kind of see these top ones a little bit when I turned them on, because I hooked one of my batteries up to it. And it really glows really good behind the grill. So once I get ready to put the grill back on, I'll run this wire. That's the control box for these. Just got a power and a ground, so I'll ground it right there on that ground stud. And then this will get tied in with the underlights that I'm putting on it, and the positive will go right into that #1 lead off the accessory gear or accessory switch box that I'm putting in there. So she'll hit a button in the truck, and the grill lights will come on, and the lights underneath the truck will come on. All right, guys, I'm gonna get this video finished here. Obviously, the truck's back on the ground. As you can see, wheels are all back on it. Lighting's all wired up and secured in the truck. I got an absolute mess in the garage. Got the oil change done. Got the K&N air high airflow, K&N high flow air filter installed on it, and which I don't know if that's actually gonna stay. That's what's in it now. I'm looking at a S&B cold air intake kit for this with an exhaust and maybe some tuning coming up. But let me show you guys what I got for the lights. So I'll shut that off for a second. Otherwise you won't be able to see the lights as good. So there you go. There's the 6-position switch that I installed. It's kind of just sitting in this little cubby hold there. And I'm only using one of them right now. So it gives me 5 other positions. But you can see how it changes from green to that yellowish color. That means it's on. And that kicked all the lights on. So there you go. Got the remote here in the old cup holder. So there you go. No apps needed. Basically hit the switch. And I think I'm going to mount that that 6-position accessory switch in there somewhere. I just don't want to drill any holes, so it's a lot easier just to show it, throw it in that little cubby there on the side of the armrest center console. And that's what the lights look like. So pretty bright with it sitting back on the ground. I dig the purple color for sure. Make sure I don't bust my butt. And there's the grill. So I do have the RAM, the RAM, the chrome pulled off that right now. I'm painting it. I had to go back to work this week, so there's the other side. So we got the glow underneath the truck now. I think it makes it look mean. Looks pretty good. So what the remote gives you the option of doing is, instead of having to pull up in your phone, you're listening to your radio or whatever, you got your phone plugged in, listening to your iPod or whatever, you don't have to get to a app on your phone to be able to change the colors. It's just a push of a button, just like that, on the remote. So you got red, there's green, got the blue, there's a white color. I kind of dig the white too. And then, you know, obviously every color in between, orange, different greens. It'll do that. Freaking disco. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Obviously not, well, here, I'll show you. I haven't locked my truck up yet. They are LED strips. My truck's filthy right now, but I know my lights are a lot brighter. One is because I got more of them on it. That's what your rock lights. I mean, those things are really bright. Light up the whole yard there. And that's the white on the truck there. So, I mean, a pretty big difference when it comes to how bright they are. And again, they're not in the wheel wells. They're just strips that go underneath the truck. So it's right on the inside of the pinch weld on the sides. Up back, it's up a little bit higher. So it's up above the spare tire as far back as it can go. So basically right behind, right underneath the bed, right behind the rear bumper. And then in the front is probably where it's the closest to the ground. There's a little piece of the lower valance there, and I got it actually screwed to that. So these are just purple accents there. There is an app that you can get to change the grill lights if you want. There's actually two. There's two right there. Those are the ones that you can see, and there's two more that are down further that are just shining light up. So there is an app, but she wanted purple, so purple is what she got. There it is. All in all, it wasn't a bad install. Give me just a second. Let me close this garage and stuff up. All right, guys, that's going to bring this one to an end. You guys got any questions, obviously throw them in the contacts down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I think I got the box for that switch here. Yeah. So this was pretty cheap. It was less than $100. Universal. There you go. 6-gang on-off switch panel relay system. So it's actually relays and fuses inside that box. Pretty cheap for that. I know it was less than $100, and it makes installing any kind of lights like this real fast. I mean, you got the initial install of the switches. Here's the car. So pretty cheap stuff. Didn't break the bank, and it gives you some, as long as you install the stuff good, make sure it's all secured. and I actually secured this stuff to the frame and, you know, to the plastics that it's screwed into it. So it's not just double back sticky tape, so I'm not going to be worried about it falling off or anything like that. And it's fairly cheap, you know. One day on the weekend, throw the stuff on, and I think it makes a world of difference for the truck anyway. So that's it for this one. I'm going to bed because I'm tired. I worked all day. Let me shut these lights off. Oh, I better put a remote back. Don't want to forget that. We'll put this back in the truck here, so she's got it. And we're going to call this one good. And I'm going to go get some rest. You guys go over on Instagram and check me out over there. I do a lot more posts. I've been trying to get at least 2 videos up on YouTube a week. I've been trying to post on like Fridays and Sundays. I got the Friday video up. It was there, and today's Sunday. So I'm going to try to get this video all edited and get it up before I go to bed tonight, but it'll go up late Sunday, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. Check me out over on the gram. I do a lot more posts and stuff over there at WorkHardElswick, work_hard_Elswick. Creeping up on 1,600, 1,700 followers over there, and pushing to get 100 here on YouTube. And we're going to keep grinding, baby. Make it happen. All right, guys, like I said, you got any questions, leave them down below. And I'll be more than happy to kind of walk you through what I did here. No big deal. And we'll see how long they last. All right, guys, that's it for me. Peace. I'm out of here.